YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here, Mr. Darling 4. Guys, it's been a while since I posted an update to my law school channel. It's going. I'm a 3L. That's what I got for you. No, it's not it's been crazy. My schedule has been insane recently. I recently had to go back up to South Carolina for something to sell my house. My wife is preparing for deployment. I'm doing a whole lot of driving again. But I'm a 3L. The hurricane really messed stuff up. We lost our fall break. We ended up having to, the week that would have been fall break, we had to treat it like a normal school week. And then the prior weeks when we were out of school, because of the hurricane, for 7 days of that, we didn't have any power and my kids weren't at school. So my kids were roughly this far from my face for about that time. And it's kind of hard to get some law school work done when your kids are that close to you and you don't have power. So it's been a struggle. This semester has probably been the hardest semester that I've had in law school so far. Most of that's just because of stuff that I can't really control. My family and I moved this summer. I am commuting an astronomical distance to school. Our house isn't complete yet, so I mean, I'm so grateful for my friends. My kids and I are living with friends right now, and they are really carrying a pretty big burden for my family, and I appreciate that so much. As far as law school is going, I am taking Con Law 2, Business Associations. Y'all don't tell my professor, but I'm lost in the sauce in Business Associations. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I get that figured out before the final. I'm also taking Litigation Skills 2, which is kind of like a trial advocacy class, something of that nature. What else am I taking? I'm taking a class called The Wire, which is based on the early 2000s HBO special or HBO series called The Wire. It talks a lot about sort of how police interact with people. It talks about how, you know, the urban poor live, which is something that is sort of near and dear to my heart. I grew up in not one of the nicest neighborhoods in Orlando, and a lot of the folks that I know growing up have criminal records, and I'd be willing to bet that at least half of those are based on decisions that they felt like they probably had to make as people versus actually going out with some sort of malicious intent. That's a whole nother story I could probably get into, but I'm not going to. And I also had, the Wire class is actually a writing requirement. So I have to do a 25 to 30 page paper by the end of the semester to submit it and get credit for it. And then I have an e-discovery writing requirement as well. So e-discovery, as you know, is more civil than it is criminal. But it talks about a lot of things, not just the rules for e-discovery, not just sort of how we got to where we are. Talks about some of the larger cases. Talks about how the federal rules of civil procedure changed. And my professor was actually on the committee that's appointed by Chief Justice Roberts of the United States Supreme Court. And he was on that, so it's really valuable insight that we're getting for that. It's not something I plan on using anytime soon. It's just really good information in that I'm definitely leaning more towards the criminal side, whereas e-discovery is for the civil side. But I'm sure there is some e-discovery concerns in criminal trials sometimes. I just haven't seen them yet. So that's what's going on with me. Life is crazy right now. That's okay. We're going to get through it. May I graduate? I know it's only October, but that's okay. So thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see in videos. I have a day in the life video pretty much done. I just don't know if I want to share it yet. Wait till my house gets done and then I'll share it. But let me know what else you want to think. I'm a terrible person for LSAT study prep. I did terrible on the LSAT, but that's me. And I do have one other video I'm going to do probably in the next week or so to just sort of address some stuff that I received some flack from a couple people commenting about how I'm not giving people realistic expectations of law school and how it's a poor business decision to go to law school at this point in time. And they're entitled to their opinions, but I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree in another video. So it's October something. We're going to work through life, keep working, get through the semester. But I want to give everybody an update. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And we'll talk to you in the next one. So there we go. Talk to you soon.